So the Helping Hand Project is a nonprofit organization that is split into multiple chapters across different North Carolina universities. The main mission of the Helping Hand Project is to provide a resource for the limb different community, that being prosthetics that are 3D printed, chiefly using Maker Studio resources like the one at the UNCW Library. In addition to creating prosthetics and giving them out for free, we also focus on educating the community and our campus on the importance of limb difference and accessibility. There was a student, a friend of mine, who approached me and said, "Hey, I heard about this club. I'm interested in it. Is there any way that you could help me?" His case was unique in that he needed individual finger prosthetics as opposed to a whole hand like we usually do. We didn't let that stop us for helping this student receive the prosthetics that he needed and wanted to be able to play the violin, which was his ultimate goal. So what we did actually as a club was come together and create designs for a prosthetic, a completely original UNCW Helping Hand prosthetic design that we prototyped, made, spent countless hours in the Maker Studio tweaking and editing so that we could eventually make our own prosthetic that would work for him specifically so that he could actually play the violin.
Helps me hold my phone and hold objects cups much better. I feel like I have much more stability and I feel more confident holding things or just like playing violin. These are the actual integral part for the success of the prosthetic for me personally, for the fingering of the violin, because it adds some textile pressure when I'm actually pressing on the strings to properly make notes and sounds and actually finger the violin properly. It works really nicely. I love the pulley system, and we're actually working on more mechanics to add more articulation.
We use approved designs from a nonprofit called Enable that works with different healthcare providers and engineers to design and test prosthetics that they know are effective and able to be 3D printed and used. And so we use those designs and then tweak them if we need to. In the case of Ryan, taking the idea of a prosthetic and then making our own so that it works specifically for the patient. A lot of our club meetings look like us kind of coming together as a whole group to discuss what progress we've already made. And then on our own times, a lot of what we do is coming into the space after we've come up with some designs and then trying to print some, testing them out, and then saying, okay, does this work? Is this the right size? Do we need to tweak it any? Then we go back, make any edits that we do, and we keep repeating that process until we have the full prosthetic. We put it together and we present it to the person.
Do we care about the life of that individual and what their desires and motives and mission is in their life that they feel the prosthetics can help them with, and we make sure we can design the proper prosthetic device for them to meet that. So that's what I think it's about, help and support in community.
What we're working on right now is getting more outreach involved and letting people know, because I really do think there are a lot of people at UNCW who really are passionate about limb differences and interested in the engineering aspect as well as modeling aspect and 3D printing. So many students would love to have access to these sorts of things. They just might not know. And so the biggest thing is us reaching out, then finding more students so that we can continue to have a lot of students have strong interest for the future of the club.